of our other new alerts from Friday, the intraday alerts. We've got eBay. eBay, I emailed out, was looking like a potentially good short. Now, just warning, these are option strategies for stocks announcing this week. So this is not part of our stock trading strategy. This is part of our options. So those of you going through the options training should know all about this. So I'm just going to update you on it. So again, with a technically solid, looked like it was technically solid for a potential trade. They're reporting earnings after market tomorrow, and so I mentioned in the email last Friday that it looked like it could be a good potential short. Now there was two places it could be a potential short at. Firstly, right where we ran into on Monday and where we were almost at on Friday. You can see we're kind of in this downward trend channel. We can see that by looking at, as I talked in the class about, a stock does not turn around just because it feels like it. It has to have hit something, either a moving average or a trend line resistance or a horizontal resistance. And all of a sudden you start to see all these tops where the stock has gone beyond the moving averages and just turned around. Well, why? Why did it turn around? Well, let's just start connecting those places where it's turned around at. All of a sudden we see a perfectly directional line, perfectly static, straight line. And we simply right-click on this line and auto-extend, and look where it takes us. It takes us to exactly where we were yesterday or the day before. So we've got this short-term, very bearish downward channel across a backdrop of a downward channel. So we have a bearish pattern formed in a overall, on a larger time frame, bearish pattern. So now when we go into look at that a little bit further, you can see that we've actually got 7.9% insider transactions, so 7.9% of insiders, a 6-month change of negative 7%, almost 8%. Institutions, negative 0.15%. Earnings per share hasn't been great. P/E is 26.72. It's forward-looking 16.9, so a drop in price-to-earnings ratio versus an increase. So not terribly wonderful things. And you can see that the stock was rallying up ahead of this announcement, so essentially after a very quick drop. So possibly this rally could be accounted for by short covering, and of course the change in direction of the market. But this is why this led to me to be a potential perfect storm for a short. And of course, as I looked at the money flow, I was seeing that was basically consistent with the pattern of the stock, and there had been quite a drastic drop there a couple of days ago, and this potentially could continue.
All right, so what about eBay, folks? We talked about this last week. We emailed this out on Friday last week and discussed in Trading Room that this was gearing up for a potentially perfect storm of basically the options expiration coming into play with the earnings season. These are the trades we kind of salivate over, and this is why. They are high risk, but boy, do they pay off. This was a downtrend channel inside a larger time frame downtrend channel. It was right at the top testing that resistance. The money flow was diverging. It was basically a perfect setup for this short. You can see all these negative closes as it tugged along on this resistance line. And there we go. Those options today, I know that a lot of different students all traded this in their own way differently. But even if you just bought, I think there was the 53.50 puts, those went up I think over 60% just in the last couple of days. So beautiful. I mean, when you can make 60% over a day or two, there's nothing wrong with that. Obviously, much better than the bank's going to give you. I wanted to share with you a couple of the testimonials we got in from people today emailing in. I'll just I just wanted to share with you some of the testimonials of some of the emails I got coming in today from different students trading. Just wanted to share this with you. So here's actually one from Eugene. I'm just going to hide obviously the personal information of the email, but so yeah, here's one from Eugene. And Eugene, one of our long-term good students from Eugene, up 172% on eBay, thanks. Had October $53.50 puts. Unfortunately, offset by a loss he had on Penn, one of the other ones we were following. If that did drop as well, obviously you can see, as Eugene said, didn't get out when it did drop because it miscalculated the price of the option. But well, so well done, Eugene. 172% is awesome. Had another email here from Art.